Okay. So we had learned about nutrition in plants, if you all remember, correct? We had started nutrition in plants. I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
No, miss.
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Okay. So we'll be studying an interesting topic today. Okay. As you all know, we had already done nutrition in plants, correct?
Yes.
So let's recall, okay?
Yes.
What is nutrition? We had done this last time. What is nutrition, students? What is nutrition? We had done this last time in the last lecture. Nutrition is nothing but the process of taking in and using food, okay, which takes place in all living organisms. Okay. What is xylem? We had done this last time. Xylem. What does xylem does? What is the role of
Xylem
xylem?
transport,
Water and
mineral and water.
Yes, very good. So it transports minerals and waters from roots to all the parts of the plant. What is symbiotic nutrition? Okay. Two or more plants live together to fulfill their needs. That is nothing but symbiotic nutrition. Okay, and their needs of nutrition, protection, support with each other. Okay, so example fungi. Fine. What? How do plants get energy, students? We saw that animals get. Sorry, we saw that plants get energy from nutrition. So how do animals get their energy from? From where do they get their energy?
from sunlight.
Okay, from the food we eat, correct? So from the food we get our energy, right? What is the process of food intake in animals called, students? Anyone?
Heterotropic nutrition.
No, it's called, yeah, it's basically it's nutrition, okay? Sorry, there's some network issue going on, okay? So I'm sharing the screen. Yeah. So let's start. Okay, so today we are going to study about nutrition in animals, okay? We had studied about nutrition in plants. We had studied about nutrition
झाला ना तुझा?
Who is it? Mute yourself, everyone. Otherwise, I'll mute you or else I'll remove you from the meeting. So, nutrition in animals. What is nutrition in animals, students? What is nutrition? Who is this? Soham.
Miss, someone is scribbling on the screen.
Yeah, I'm recording the screen, and if you all scribble, I will show this to Anita Miss, your class teacher, and the principal also. Okay. So better be attentive and do not scribble on the screen. the food needs to be converted into soluble forms that can easily mix in the body. Why do we have food? Students eat food to get energy, correct? So we get energy from the food we eat. Okay, so that is nothing but nutrition for animals. Okay, and what happens to the food? Once we eat the food, what happens to the food? It will be converted, okay, into soluble forms, and then it mixes with the blood, and then we get all the energy. Okay. Now, what does it include? It includes different terms. Like we'll study these terms. The first is ingestion. Food is taken into the body. Okay, Namrata, please don't scribble. Now, what happens when you take in food? That is nothing but taking in food.
Yeah.
Please,
Miss, your voice is breaking, Miss.
Miss, I can't hear you.
Paisa.
Miss, I can't hear you.
Yes,
Miss, I can't hear you.
Miss, I can't hear you.
can you?
ए, कौन कर रहा रे?
प्यार से बात करना हाजिर कर
हेलो हेलो
ये मानो आई लव यू निसन का ना है बस
Okay. So, ingestion is nothing but when you take in food. Ingestion is nothing but when you take in food, okay? So, ingestion is when you are taking in the food, okay? What is digestion? When the food is converted, okay? When you take in the food, when it gets converted into simple soluble forms, okay? What is absorption? Transfer of soluble food to the blood. Now, what will happen once the food is done? It will change into blood. It will be transferred into soluble food, okay, to the blood. Who is this? Rolls Royals. Who is this? Atharva, no? Okay. I'm recording the screen. I'll be showing this to Anita Miss. Okay. I'll be showing this to your class teacher as well. Assimilation. Utilization of absorbed food by cells and tissues for energy production, growth, and repair. Now, what do you do in assimilation? You will observe the food, okay, by what is happening in assimilation. The food is observed by cells and tissues for energy production, growth, and repair. Egestion is the removal of the waste, okay. The waste products, okay, or the undigested food is removed from your body through egestion. Now, let us see the types of nutrition in animals. Okay, this is a flow chart. Now see, animals, there are 3 types of nutrition in them: holozoic, saprozoic, and parasitic. Parasitic is containing ectoparasitics and endoparasitics. Now let us see what is holozoic nutrition. It is process of nutrition that Atharva, please stop. It is a process of nutrition that takes place in organisms which take solid or liquid food inside their body. What is happening? The food is being taken inside, okay, which takes solid or liquid food inside their body. Any solid or liquid which you take inside, okay, that is your holozoic nutrition. Now let us see one example of amoeba. Now amoeba is not having hands and mouth. So how will he take the food inside? How will an amoeba take in the food? Can you tell me, anyone? Raise your hands if you know the answer. Yes, Atul, you can answer.
By observing nutrition.
Yes, very good. Correct. Somesh. Where is Somesh? Okay. Abhay, you can answer.
By nucleus.
Nucleus. Okay. Very good. Well tried, Abhay. Now, amoeba, now let's see how does it take in the food. Okay, amoeba does not have organs like hands and mouths. It is a unicellular animal. Okay, it can take in food through any part of the surface of its unicellular body. It will take in from any particular surface. Okay, it surrounds the food particles from all sides to take in into the cell. After that, it digests the food with the help of different enzymes. Now, they are using, amoeba uses different kinds of enzymes to digest the food. Okay. Now, what happens is undigested food. Okay, like in human beings also we have undigested food which is taken out by ejection. Okay, so the same way in amoeba, undigested food is left behind as the amoeba moves further with the help of pseudopodia. Okay, this is a movement. Now let us see the picture here. In unicellular animals like amoeba, euglena, paramecium, etc., all the steps of nutrition occur within their unicellular body. Why? Because they are unicellular. Okay. So all the parts, okay, all the steps of nutrition will take place from the unicellular body only. Okay. Now let us see the picture here. From the picture, it will be easier for you all to understand. Now see, this is an amoeba. This is the food particle. Okay, what is happening, it is taking, what happens, see, in this step it will try to capture the food, then the full body will be on the food. Okay, and then it takes in the food inside. Okay, this is the black color thing is the nucleus present, okay, in amoeba. Yes, Janvi, what happened?
Miss, someone screaming in the screen.
Yes, I know. That is the reason I'm recording the screen. Okay, so I'll be showing this to your class teacher, okay, and the principal as well. Now I'm showing you a picture here, and you will tell me how will you classify the animals according to their food type. Which all pictures can you see? Okay, 2 minutes. Yeah. Who all have raised their hands? Atul, yes, you can answer. One by one.
Fox, human, deer, parrot, lion,
Yes,
and vulture.
correct. And what is the difference in their food type? Can you tell me? Vivek, yes, you can answer.
Some are carnivorous and some are herbivorous.
Very good. What about Vivek? You can also answer. You have raised
Yes,
your
miss.
hand. You raised your hand.
Yes, miss.
So, what is the difference in the food type?
Miss, some are carnivorous and some are herbivorous.
Yes, Janvi.
Miss,
Yes, Vivek. Okay. So some are carnivores, some are herbivores. Okay. Now let us see what is this carnivores, herbivores. Okay. Let us see what is the difference in all these animals. Okay. Different food habits. What is the difference in their food habits? Okay. Now see, the food according to the type of food animals can be classified as. Classification of animals according to the food they eat. It is carnivores, herbivores, omnivores. Okay, now carnivores are basically they eat other animals. Okay, herbivores will eat plants. Okay, omnivores will eat both. animals as well as plants. Okay, and there are two other types, that is scavengers and decomposers. We'll study about this in detail also. Okay, let us come to herbivores. Herbivores use plant directly as their food. Okay, all the animals which have food, okay, which is having plants as their food in their nutrition, that is considered as herbivores. Okay, like example, seed eaters, fruit eaters, okay, granivores, frugivores, all these are examples of herbivores. Carnivores are animals that depend on other animals. Okay, they do not depend on plants, they'll depend on some other animal, they'll eat that animal, okay, for their nutrition. So carnivores are indirectly dependent on plants for food. Examples are animals that feed on herbivores, animals that feed on insects. Okay, now predators, insectivores, all these are examples. Okay, omnivores, let us come to omnivores. Omnivores eat both. Okay, they'll eat plants as well as animals. Okay, so human beings are an example of omnivores. Chimpanzees, okay, monkeys, these are all examples of omnivores. Some of the organisms around us perform the function of cleaning and conserving the environment by the very act of feeding themselves. They are called scavengers and decomposers. Now let us see what is scavengers and decomposers. You all have understood herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores? Okay. Can someone tell me what is herbivores? Yes, Atul?
Herbivores are that animals which eat plants.
Miss, you have muted yourself, Miss. Miss, we cannot hear you.
Okay, okay. You can answer, Vivek. Yeah.
Miss, omnivores are that animals that depend on grass and
Yes, yes, very good.
meat.
Carnivores are
Carnivores are that which depend on meat.
on other
Other
animals. Very good,
animals.
Vivek. Well tried. And what is omnivores? Anyone else? Janvi? Okay, Nishita. Yes, Nishita, you can answer. You have raised your hand. What are omnivores? What are omnivores? Sorry, Nishita, you were muted.
Miss, omnivores are that animals which eat leaves as well as animals.
Correct. They have plants as well as animals in their nutrition. Okay, very good. So you can see some examples here. I have added a picture here for the omnivores. Okay, you can see different pictures: kiwi, bear, monkey, turtle, ostrich, bear, hedgehog. Okay, these are some examples of omnivores. Okay. Now let us come to scavengers. Now scavengers, they obtain their food from dead bodies. Now suppose there's some animal which is dead. Okay, so what will the scavengers do? They eat that particular dead animal. Okay, and they get the nutrition from those dead animals. Example, vulture, crow, hyena. Okay, you have seen crow. You all see crows every day, correct? So crows are an example of scavengers. They feed upon the dead animals. Okay, they feed upon the dead bodies of animals. And decomposers, let us see what are decomposers. They are some microbes which obtain their food by decomposing the dead bodies of organisms or other materials. Okay, now what do you understand by this? What do you understand by decomposers? Decomposers are nothing but there are some microbes which are present inside the soil, okay, which will act on the particle on the the food. They will take in the food, okay? They will act on the dead bodies and they will take in the food from the dead bodies. So they are microbes which obtain their food by decomposing the dead body. And they will, one more thing they will do is they will decompose the dead body also, okay? You can see this decomposers, worms, mushrooms, insects, bacteria, all these are some examples. Now worms, you can see worms help in, scavengers. Decomposers help in one thing, that is they help in the balancing the environment. If decompose will not be present, the soil will not be degraded. It will not be the decomposers will not be able to decompose the dead bodies, okay? They will not be will not get microbes, okay? Like the compost which we get from the for the plants, that will not be able to be produced, okay? Like examples are worms, okay? Worms help in composting, okay? So like decomposers, see, they even have their food, but they are also helpful for the environment. So even we should be like them, okay? We should also be sensitive towards the environment, okay? And we should protect our environment as well, okay? Like decomposers, they are having something from the environment, they are taking their food from the environment, but they are also giving that thing, okay? They are also giving us something. Because what is the importance of decomposers? Can someone tell me now what is the importance? Yes, Vivek, you can answer. 3 have raised hand, okay? Vivek,
Yes, Miss.
yes. Why are decomposers important?
Uh, because the other animal depend on them.
No, no, they are helpful because see, they they are the microbes. They are the microbes which are helpful for the other animals. Okay, Atul, yes.
Means they eat the dead bodies and decompose them. That's why our environment get balanced.
Very good. That is the reason our environment gets balanced. Okay, they will eat the dead body. If they see, if decomposers will not be there, no one will eat the dead bodies, and the dead bodies will lie everywhere around you. Okay, so therefore decomposers are very important. Okay, because what will the decomposers do? They will balance the environment. Okay. Okay, now what is scavengers? Can someone explain what is scavengers? What do you understand by scavengers? Yes, Paras?
Scavengers obtain their food from dead bodies and animals, for example, vulture, crow, hyena.
Yes, very good. Correct. So, I hope you all have understood all the things. Herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, scavengers, decomposers. Okay, now let us move to the next slide. Saprozoic nutrition. Now what happens? Some insects, unicellular animals, etc. obtain the nutrients by absorbing the liquid organic material. Now what do they do? From the dead bodies, whichever dead body is present, the liquid organic material which is coming outside from the dead bodies is absorbed by some of the animals, okay? So of other animals or from the environment. This is saprozoic nutrition, okay? Like house flies, ants, spiders, etc. They all are under the saprozoic nutrition. Okay, so what is saprozoic nutrition? Whatever, suppose there is a dead body, okay? The dead body, whatever liquid organic materials the dead body is giving out, okay, the animals will absorb those particular nutritions. Okay, so this is saprozoic nutrition. Now let us come to parasitic nutrition. Some animals depend upon other animals for food. They can obtain the food only from animals on whom they are dependent. This is called parasitic nutrition. Now, can you explain me what is parasitic nutrition? There are some animals, okay, what happens is there are some animals who depend on their food, okay, on some particular animals only. So this is parasitic nutrition. Let us see the types of parasitic, that is ectoparasitic and endoparasitic. Ectoparasitic nutrition: some animals live on the body surface of other animals and obtain their food by sucking their blood. This is called ectoparasitic nutrition. Okay, and such animals are ectoparasites. For example, bedbug, ticks, etc. Now, what happens is they will live on some other person's body or other animal's body, and they will take in their food. Okay, so this is the thing what they are doing, ectoparasitics. Understood? What are the what are ectoparasites do? Yes, Paras.
Sorry, miss, by mistake.
Okay. So some animals live on Atul, Darshini. What is happening? Some animals live on the body surface of other animals and obtain their food by sucking their blood. Okay, so I hope you all have understood ectoparasites. They live on a particular animal and they take in their food. Okay, they suck their blood. Okay, so that is an example of ectoparasites. And endoparasitic nutrition: animals like tapeworms and roundworms live inside the body of other animals and obtain their food. This is endoparasitic nutrition, and these animals are known as endoparasites. For example, I'll give you one example of dogs. Okay, dogs in the stomach, whenever there's some like dogs have a thing like worms can attack dogs. Okay, like inside the tummy, inside the stomach of the dogs, worms are present. Okay, if the worms are present, then the dog will be in some particular like you'll have to take the dog to the doctor. Okay, if in case he develops wounds. Okay, you all can see some examples here. Parasites. Okay, these are some different types of parasites which will, you know, parasites are actually like harmful for the other animals. Okay, they are taking in the food of other animals, so they are harmful for the other animal, because the nutrition which the animal is getting, they are taking away that particular nutrition. Okay, so what's the difference between decomposers and parasitic nutrition, students, or parasites? Atul?
Miss, decomposers are that animals that in unicellular animals that decompose animals, and parasite are that which eat dead bodies.
No, they are parasites will not eat dead bodies. Okay, they live on animals. They live on living organisms. Okay, living animals, and they take in their nutrition. Parasites are that. Okay, what you are saying were scavengers. Yes, Darshini. Okay, understood, students. What is the difference between parasites and decomposers? They are opposite of each other. Okay, decomposers help the environment. Okay, they balance the environment. Parasites, you know, they are taking in the nutrition from other animals. Okay, so we should be like parasites or decomposers. Yes, Atul.
Decomposers,
Yes. Why decomposers?
because they balance environment by eating dead bodies.
Very good. And why not parasites?
Because they feed on living animals.
Yes, and they take in their nutrition. Okay,
Yes.
very good. So now let us recall whatever we have studied. Let us recapitulation. Okay, let us do a revision of what all we have studied. Okay, what are halozoic nutrition? What is halozoic nutrition? Okay. It is a process of nutrition that takes place in organisms which takes solid or liquid food inside their body. Any organism which is taking in food, that is an example of halozoic nutrition. Okay, what are saprozoic nutritions? Some insects, unicellular animals, etc. obtain the nutrients by absorbing the liquid organic material from the dead bodies. This is an example of this is what